Welcome to my exhibition in Beijing at HdM Gallery. In Conscious Dream is a title that came from a discussion with Dai, the poetess that I work with, that has her poet on the wall. And the idea was to create a space where our imagination can fly, can flow, where we had different elements, whether it's sculptures in the back. We had this floor piece, I would say. You have borders. That is, for me, it's interesting because it's a piece that is mimicking a little bit what is happening in the back, because a lot of the elements that looks like particles, they actually come from the residues of the fabric. So again, there's a reference in the fabric in the back, you have fabric in the front. You can see the reference to fire also. This is my favorite painting in the show. For many reasons, there's something very cosmic about it. There's something about a presence that is kind of like opening up. I really appreciate that painting. The show is talking about many moments in my work where I was, working with lines. With that painting here, that's, I think about the horizon and how there's a possibility of having many kind of horizons. This piece is a follow-up piece to my series that's called Apparition. So these two blue dots that I've worked with many times on that series is called Apparition. They're back here, and I'm putting them in the context of two parts. I think it's there's a two spirits kind of relationship going on with that painting here. Searching for blue. I mean, I really use that show as a way to travel through the different elements that are part of my work. So I use those different moments in my research, whether it's a reference to Fauvism or my research around lines or residues and borders, for example. These are all moments that I kind of try to organize in the idea, in the context of dreams, and how, we can question how dreams happen, how we can be in conscience in moments like that, what stays with us in the context of those dreams. These are questions that I was asking myself, and survivance is obviously one of the things that caught my attention. This idea of balancing, of presence, of elevating, something that I've been working on. And I really like the fact that they put it in reference with the two-spirited, because there is definitely a conversation between these two spaces and with these two elements that are actually in conversation, and they need each other to actually exist. So I think there's an interesting reference to pendulum in a context like that too. We have portal on the floor. People would believe that, portal is something you have on the wall, but I really like the idea of having things on the floor so people can actually have to, move their head, and it becomes an actual bodily experience also, and not just something you look on the walls. So you have portals on the floor. I really like the idea of a conscious dream, because we can ask ourselves, do we need to be conscious in a dream or not? And if we're not, did it really happen? I hope you enjoyed the show though.